Hi everyone, GCSE Maths Paper 3 Higher Edexcel Exam Board. If you are looking for some resources where you can learn the maths topics very quickly, you are in the right place. This is for the Paper 3 revision guide. 100% guaranteed topics and exam style question. Check it out. Topic number 1, negative numbers. First question, work out 5 minus 3. So in this first question, 5, 2 minuses multiply together. So minus times minus becomes plus. So 5 plus 3 becomes 8. B part of the question, arrange the following numbers in ascending order as minus 7 is the smallest one among these numbers, so minus 7 comes in the front. Then the next one becomes minus 3, then minus 2, then 0, then you arrange the number 1, 6, 8. C part, the temperature in Oslo is minus 12 degrees, the temperature in London is 18 degrees. Find the difference of the temperature. So the difference between one is a positive and other one is negative. So you need to 18 take away minus 12. So careful with the two minuses, becomes plus 12. So altogether the answer is 30 degrees Celsius is the difference of the temperature. Topic number 2, laws of indices. In this one we are going to be checking two questions. Question number 2. So in the question number 2, A part, 1 over m to the power 2 whole thing to the power 0. Anything to the power 0, you can simply say it is number 1. It can be 2 to the power 0, 3 to the power 0, anything to the power 0 is 1. B part, simplify 8x minus 4 over x minus 4 whole thing squared. So x minus 4 whole thing squared means x minus 4 times x minus 4. You can show the working out. So x minus 4 cancels out. So the correct answer is 8 over x minus 4. So that is the correct answer. The next one, C part, simplify 3n4 w squared to the power 3. So 3n4 w squared to the power 3. So that means 3 to the power 3, n to the power to the power, you multiply 3 times 4 is 12, and w to the power 2 times 3 is 6, right? So the 3 belongs to 3 and the n and the w. So 3 to the power 3, we all know is 27. You can use the calculator to find the answer, n12 and w6. So that is the correct answer for the C part. Question number 3, simplify n to the power 3 times n to the power 5 using the power law, n to the power 8. And the next question, B part, C3 over C2, so it's going to be C1, so you can write as C. D4 over D1, so the answer is D to the power 3. So that is the correct answer for the B part. Topic 3, bounds and estimation. First of all, there's an equation given. The S value, T value is given. By considering bounds, work out the value of M to a suitable degree of accuracy. Give a reason for your answer. First of all, you need to understand the equation. So M equal square root of S over T. So this is a format of numerator and the denominator format. So first of all, suitable degree of accuracy means you need to find out the M's upper bound, UB, and we need to find out the M's lower bound. So M's upper bound means is the denominator and numerator question. So you need to find out upper bound of the square root of S divided by T's lower bound. Because the denominator is smaller, the answer will be bigger. So the bottom number has to be the lower bound. Then the next one, M's lower bound is going to be square root of S is lower bound divided by T is upper bound. So this is the equations ready for the substitution. Right, I'm going to show you the S and T calculations here. So S is equal to 3.47 nearest to 3SF. That is the given information. I'm going to show you one a variable calculation. So you draw a line and mark 3.47 in the middle, right? Three significant figure, the next three significant figure is going to be 3.48, right? And the number before, it's going to be 3.46. That's all you need to do. Now the number in middle is 3.465, and the number middle here 3.475, right? So the lower bound, it's going to be 3.465, and upper bound is going to be 3.475. So that is the lower bound and that is the upper bound. So once you understand that lower bound and upper bound, and you can substitute here. So square root of upper bound is 3.475. The same situation you can do it for the T. T's lower bound is going to be 8.31315, right? And here square root of 3.465 divided by T's upper bound, which is 8.1325. So this is the value for S, right? So I will write the T values. So T's upper bound, so T's upper bound is going to be 8.1325, and T's lower bound, it's going to be 8.1315. So these are the two information you need to substitute in the given equations, and we need to find out the both values. Right, first of all, I'm just going to use the fraction button. Square root of 3.475 is on the top and the bottom is 8.1315. So the answer is 0.229248. So I'm just going to keep the calculator on my second screen, and I'm going to be writing the answer 0.2292486. That's more than enough. And I'm using the calculator again. You don't need to retype it again. So you can use the arrow key to change the number 8.465. So delete 65 and come back to the delete and 25. So this is how to do quickly. So the answer is 0.22889. So copy that one, 0.2288903. Right? Now the decision making is suitable degree of accuracy. If you approximate to the 1 dp, this answer is going to be 0.2, and this answer is going to be 0.2 as well. If you approximate to 2 dp, right, 0.23, and if you approximate to this one, 0.23, right? And if you approximate to 3 decimal point, it's going to be 0.229, and here this is going to be 0.229 also, right? And if you approximate to 4 decimal place, 4 decimal place becomes 0.2292. 2292. If you approximate to 4 decimal place here, 0.2289. That is not same. So the best accuracy is the third decimal point is matching to 0.229. So the answer for S is S equal 0.22943 decimal point, right? So that is the answer. Topic 4, product rule of counting. In this topic, we are going to be checking a couple of questions to understand the theory behind this topic. First question, question number 5. Mike can choose from 3 starters, 6 main dishes, 4 puddings. How many different meals can Mike choose from? So first of all, you need to understand, so he has 3 starters, so 3 times 6 main dishes, 6 times, and 4 puddings times 4. So basically, product rule means you need to be multiply all the possible options. So if you times 3 times 6 times 4, 72 ways, right? 72 ways or 72 options, you can write them. Right? So 3 times 4 is 12, 12 times 6 is 72. Question number 6. Jack is in a restaurant. There are 5 starters, 8 main courses, and some desserts. So they didn't say how many desserts on the menu. Jack is going to choose 1 starter, 1 main menu, and 1 dessert. He says there are 240 ways that he can choose his starter, main, and dessert. How could Jack be correct? You must show how you get your answer, right? So if it is 240 ways, right? So 5 times 8, 5 times by 8 is 40, right? So I'm going to check in 240 ways Jack is predicting and divide by 40, and the answer is 6 is an integer value. So there may be 6 desserts as options. So Jack may be correct. So he is correct. He is correct. If the answer is not an integer value, is not a correct. So when you're dividing 240 by 40, sometimes like if it is a 250 option, 250 divided by 40 is a decimal answer, Jack is incorrect. But 240 can be divided by 40, so 6 options, that means 6 desserts there. He is correct, and you show the working. So there are 6 desserts. Right? So 6 times 8 times 5 is 240. Question number 7. Sally has 4 cards, 1, 3, 2, 4. And how many numbers smaller than 3000 can she make? How many numbers smaller than 3000? So smaller than 3000 means these are the 4 digits of the numbers, right? So how many numbers smaller than 3000? So it can't be 4, it can't be 3. So it has only start with 1 or 2. So there may be 2 options to start with. After you select the one of the 2 numbers, you have 3 options to select from, either the other number, and second this one and this one. So there are 3 options. Then after you select the second number, you left with 2 options, and after you select the 3 numbers, and you end up with 1 option. So first condition you need to satisfy. Smaller than 3000 means number can be start from 1 or 2. There are 2 options. After you select the 1 number, rest is 3 options available, then 2 options, then 1 option. Altogether 2 times 3 is 6, 6 times 2 is 12, 12 times 1 is 12 ways you can make the numbers. So that is the question number 7. So we are going to look into another one more question. There are 17 men and 26 women in a choir. The choir is going to sing at a concert. One of the men and one of the women are going to choose to make the pair to sing the first song. Work out the number of different pairs that can be chosen from. So 17 men possible times 26 possible women. So there are 17 times 26 option is the answer. So I'm going to use my calculator. So 17 times 26. So the correct answer is 442 options. So 442 pairs they can form. The next one, two of the men are chosen to sing the second song. So there is no women involved in the second song. So two men. So two men means, without reading the rest of the question, two men means the first option has to be 17, right? After you choose the first man, then second man is chosen from the remaining 16 men, right? So 17 times 16, it's going to be, you press the calculator, 17 times by 16, the answer is 272, right? So that is the correct answer. Now I'm going to read the question. Ben thinks the number of different pairs that can be chosen from 136, that is incorrect. Mark thinks the number of different pairs is 272, which is correct. So who is correct, Ben or Mark? I would say Mark is correct. Mark is correct. And options are, so options are 17 times 16, and you show the working out. So that is the answer, 272. So that is the product rule of counting. Topic number 5, simplification. Question number 9, simplify. So in this question, square root of 25 is going to be 5, and square root of 36, it's going to be 6. And square root of x to the power 4, you need to make the x to the power 4 half of x to the power 4. So the same applies to the y squared. So y squared times half of the y squared. So the final answer is 5x to the power 2 over 6y, right? So this is the answer for the question number 9. Question number 10, expand and simplify. So you need to expand the brackets. 5 times 2x is 10x plus 25 minus 6x, minus time minus is plus 14, and 10x take away 6x is 4x, 25 plus 14 is going to be 39. So that is the answer for the question number 10. Question number 11, expand and simplify. Double bracket, so you need to times 2x times 3x is 6x squared. 2x times minus 7 is minus 14x. Plus 5 times 3x is 15x. And 5 times minus 7 is 35. So simplify this one, 6x squared. Minus 14x plus 15x is just x. Minus 35. That is the answer for the question number 11. Topic number 6, expanding brackets. We are expecting this time they might put the triple brackets. Let me show you simplify and expand triple brackets. First of all, x minus 3 times by 2x plus 3. You can do 2 at a time, right? So this one you can expand x times 2x, which is 2x squared, and x times 3 is going to be 3x. Now you are going to multiply the minus 3 times 2x, so that is minus 6x, and minus 3 times plus 3 is going to be minus 9, right? So the answer is 2x squared minus 3x minus 9, and that is the answer for the first two brackets. Now what we are going to do is the first two bracket answer, 2x squared minus 3x minus 9, is going to be multiplied by 4x plus 5. Now what we are going to do is we are going to times by 4x by the 2x squared minus 3x and 4x times minus 9. So 4x times 2x squared is 8x cubed minus 12x squared minus 36x plus 5 times, you need to multiply the 2x squared, 5 times minus 3x, and 5 times minus 9. So 5 times 2x squared is 10x squared minus 15x and minus 45. And the answer is 8x cubed. And you can collect the like terms. Minus 12x squared plus 10x squared is minus 2x squared. And minus 36x minus 15x, it's going to be minus 51x minus 45. And that is the answer for the triple brackets question number 12. Topic number 7, substitution. For the given information is the equation and some answers for the variables. So question number 13, h equal 5t squared plus 2. So the t value is given, so we can find the h equal 5 times minus 2 whole thing squared plus 2. So first of all, you need to find the power answer. Minus 2 squared is just 4 plus 2. So 5 times 4 is 20 plus 2. The answer is 22. The correct answer is 22 for the first part. Second part, work out the value of t when h equal 47. So h equal 47 equal 5t squared plus 2. So take the plus 2 other side. 47 minus 2 equal 5t squared. So 45 equal 5t squared. And t squared equal 45 divided by 5 is 9. So t equal plus or minus square root of 9. So plus or minus 3. That is the answer for question number 13. Question number 14, work out the value of 2a plus ay. So when a is given, y is given. So 2 times 5 plus a is 5, y is minus 3, right? 2 times 5 is 10 minus 15. 10 minus 15 is minus 5, right? So this is the answer for the A part. And the B part, work out the value of 5t squared minus 7 when t equal 4. So 5 times 4 squared minus 7. So please, when you're typing the calculator, don't multiply 5 times 4 first. So the 4 squared need to be multiplied first. So 5, keep the 5, times 4 squared is 16 minus 7. So 5 times 16 is 80 minus 7. The answer is 73 is the correct answer for the topic number 7. Topic number 8, difference of two squares. In this topic, we are going to be analyzing the easy question until the hardest they can ask for. So the first one, A part, x squared minus 25 is equal to, you can write x squared minus 5 squared. So that is going to be x minus 5, x plus 5. That is the A part. It's straightforward, easy question. B part, 4x squared minus 9. You can write that as a 2x whole thing squared minus 3 squared. So in the first bracket is going to be 2x minus 3. And the second bracket is going to be 2x plus 3. And the C part, 4x squared minus 25y squared. This is the same technique, but 2x whole thing squared. Here also 5y whole thing squared. So in the first bracket, you can write 2x minus 5y. And the second bracket, 2x plus 5y. And the D part, 2x cubed minus 72x. In this one, it's not look like a difference of two squares until you take the 2x factors out. So when you take the 2x out, so this is going to be x squared minus 36. Now 2x, keep it outside. then this can be written as x squared minus 6 squared, and this can be written as 2x, x minus 6, x plus 6, right? And now this is the answer, right? So this is the answer for the D part. E part, right? X to the power 4 minus y to the power 4, right? So x to the power 4 means you can write x squared to the power squared minus y squared to the power squared, right? So now x squared to the power 2 means a squared. So you need to do the difference of 2 squared for x squared minus y squared, that is the first bracket. Second one, x squared plus y squared, and the second bracket. Now, if this question comes, they will mention a word called fully factorized. Fully factorized means you can't leave the answer like this, you have to do it again. So x squared minus y squared, which is x minus y, and x plus y, and this is x squared plus y squared. This is the final answer. So you need to be fully factorize x minus y, x plus y in separate brackets, and the third bracket is x squared plus y squared. That is the difference of 2 squared. Topic number 9. Change the subject of a formula. So I'm going to be showing one of the questions. This might come f over 1 equal 3m plus 4 over m minus 1. In this question, the variable m as a subject in 2 places, denominator and numerator. The only way to do is you need to be factorize and bring it one side. So to do that, you need to cross multiply. So f times m minus 1, 1 times 3m plus 1, 3m plus 4 is like this. So f times m is fm minus f equal 3m plus 4. So I'm going to ask the 3m to come this side. So fm minus 3m equal f plus 4. Now I'm going to be factorize the m. So f minus 3, and this is going to be f plus 4. So m equal f plus 4 over f minus 3. And that is the answer for the question number 16. That is the topic number 9. Topic number 10, forming an equation and solving it. So in this question, you need to understand what is the content of the question. In this content, they said the perimeter of the both shapes are same. So you need to find out the perimeter of the rectangle, which is 3x plus 4, twice of the sides, plus twice of the 4x. So if you work out that one, 6x plus 8 plus 8x, all together, this is going to be 14x plus 8. This is the perimeter of the rectangle. Now the same way as the trapezium's perimeter, you need to add all the outside length, x minus 3 plus 5x plus 7x minus 3 plus 5x, right? And now if you add everything together, so x plus 5x is 6x, 6x plus 7x is 13x, 13x plus 5x is 18x, minus 3 is minus 6, right? And these are the perimeters answer. So you are going to be equate 18x minus 6 equal 14x plus 8, right? So 14x come this side, so 18x minus 14x equal 8 plus 6. 18x take away 14x is 4x equal 14, and now x equal 3.5, right? X equal 3.5 is the correct answer. The answer should be in centimeters, so x equal 3.5 centimeters. Work out the area of the rectangle. So the rectangle area, so you need to find out the 3x plus 4. So 3x plus 4 means 3 times 3.5 plus 4, that is the length, times by width is 4 times 3.4. So if you press a calculator and you will get the answer. So I'll quickly show you the calculate operation. So this is the area of the rectangle. So careful with the wording. So 3 times 3.5 plus 4, and that is the answer. 14.5 is the length, multiply by 4 times 3.5, and that answer comes to 203 centimeters squared. So it's a calculator paper. You are more than happy to use the calculator to get the answer. So that is the end of the topic 10. Topic 11, algebraic fraction. Question number 18, show that there's an expression given, divide by another expression simplifies to ax plus b over cx plus d, where a, b, c, d are integers. Let's have a look of this question. So 1 over, there's a quadratic expression is given, 6x squared plus 7x minus 5, divide by. So divide by means times by, you can put other way around, 4x squared minus 1 over 1, right? So division changed to multiplication by flipping the fraction. So now we need to factorize this quadratic expression into 2 brackets. How to do that one? 6 times 5 is 30, and 30 can be simplified into 10 and 3. So plus 10 and minus 3. So plus 10 and minus 3 gives plus 7. So 6x plus 10, and you can put 6x minus 3. You can simplify this one. This is going to be 2. If you simplify by 3, it's going to be 2x minus 1. And if you simplify this by 3x plus 5. So after you factorize, I get the final answer as 3x plus 5 and 2x minus 1. And times by this 4x squared minus 1 can be simplified to 2x whole thing squared minus 1 squared. So that can be simplified to 2x minus 1, 2x plus 1. This is same as the difference of 2 squares. So 2x minus 1 in one bracket and 2x plus 1 in another bracket. 2x minus 1, 2x minus 1 cancels out, and the final answer becomes 2x plus 1 over 3x plus 5. So we have found the answer. A is 2 and the B is 1, C is 3, D is 5. So A, B, C, D is given. So that is the question number 18. We will do another question in the algebraic fraction. Have a look at this one. It's a little bit harder questions. 3 over x plus 1 plus 1 over x minus 2 minus 4 over x. Now the common denominator is the multiple of all the 3 denominator expressions. What does that mean? So x plus 1, x minus 2, the all 3 elements. So x plus 1, x minus 1 and x. So are the bottom denominators, right? So now what we are going to do is, x plus 1 means you need to do the other two denominators is x minus 2, and x is going to be multiply the 3. So 3 times x minus 2 plus, when it comes to the middle term x minus 2, the other two, x plus 1 and x and x plus 1 is going to be multiply the 1. Then minus 4 times, you need to be multiply the other two. So x plus 1, x minus 2, right? The denominator, common denominator is the multiple of all the 3, x plus 1, x minus 2. When you're doing the first one, x plus 1, cover the x plus 1, other 2 denominators, which is x and x minus 2, need to be multiplied by 3. Then the second one, x minus 2, cover the x minus 2 and other two denominators are x and x plus 1 need to be multiplied by the top number 1. Then the last one, x, the other two denominator is x plus 1, x minus 2 need to be multiplied by the 4. So minus 4 times x plus 1, x minus 2. So that is the expression. Now I need to simplify. 3x times x is 3x squared minus 6x plus x squared plus x minus 4. We need to expand this one, x squared minus 2x plus x minus 2 and over x plus 1 x minus 2, right? And now 3x squared minus 6x plus x squared plus x minus 4x squared plus 8x minus 4x plus 8 over x plus 1 x minus 2. And now you need to be simplified. 3x squared plus 1x squared is 4x squared. 4x squared take away 4x squared is 0x squared. You don't need to write anything. Minus 6x plus x is minus 5x. Minus 5x plus 8x is plus 3x. Plus 3x minus 4x is minus x. And now numbers are the last number, minus x plus 8 over x plus 1 x minus 2. So this is the single expression. That is the algebraic fractions topic. Topic number 12, solving equation. In this question, x squared minus 5x plus 3 equals 0 is a quadratic equation. They ask you to solve this one to correct to 3 significant figures. You can use a quadratic formula method or completing square method. So I'm going to use the completing square method. It's going to be a little bit tough. We will use a quadratic formula. So x equal minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac. So that is the quadratic formula over 2a. So identify what is a. So a equal 1, b equal minus 5 and c equal 3. So you can substitute x equal minus b, minus time minus is plus 5, plus or minus b squared is minus 5 squared is 25 minus 4 times a times c is 3 over 2 times a, 2 times 1 is 2. So x equal 5 plus minus square root of 25 minus 12 over 2. So x equal 5 plus or minus square root of 13 over 12. So that is the answer. So x equal, you can write the answer into 3 significant figure using a calculator. So let's use the calculator. So use the fraction button. 5 plus square root of 13 and over 2, and the answer is, press the ST, 4.30. So 3 significant figure 4.30, because the fourth significant is 2, so we round up to 4.30 is one of the answer, 4.30. And now we are going to use the minus, which is use the delete button and press the minus, and the answer is 3 significant figure 0.697. 0.697. So that is the answer. Question number 21. Here are 2 squares A and B. The length of each side of the square B is 4 cm greater than the length of the side A. So if I say this is x, this is going to be x plus 4, right? The area of the square B is 70 centimeters squared greater than the area of the square A. Find the area of the B. So area of the A, we all know what is that? So x squared. Area of the B is x plus 4 whole thing squared. So x squared plus 70 equal x squared x plus 4 whole thing squared, right? So x squared plus 70 equal, so you can write this as a x plus 4 x plus 4. So if you times it, so x squared plus 70 equal x squared plus 4x plus 4x plus 16. So that gives x squared cancel, 8x here equal 70 take away 16, which is 54 equal 8x. So if you use the calculator, so 54 divided by 8. So the answer is 27 over 4. So x equals 6.75. You can use the calculator to get the x. So find the area of the B. So area of the B is x plus 4. So 6.75 plus 4 squared. So the answer is 6.75 plus 4 is the answer is 10.75 squared, right? So the answer is 115 for 3 significant figure, 116 centimeter square. That is the answer for the question number 21. Topic number 13, simultaneous equation linear. In simultaneous equation, they can give a straightforward question or they can give a graphical representation you to solve the equation graphically. So let's look at the question number 22. In the question number 22, they have given a graph. Two lines are intersecting. First of all, 5x9 by 46, it's given first equation, and y equal minus 2x is my second equation. Read the question. Use these graphs to solve the simultaneous equation. So you don't need to solve using algebra method. When it comes to graphical method, the both line intersecting at the point minus 2 is the x coordinate. X is minus 2. And the y is y equal 4. So these are the two answers for the question. X equal minus 2, y equal 4. That is the solution for the question number 22. Question number 23, 6x minus 2y, 6x minus 2y equal 33. And this is our first equation. And 4x plus 3y equal 9. So this is my second equation. So we need to make the 2 and 3 same. So we are going to multiply by 3. So this is going to be 18x minus 6y equal 99. And if you times this by 2 is 8x plus 6y equal 18, right? So put this as a number 3, put this as a number 4, and that add 3 plus 4, 18x plus 8 is 26x, and these two are cancels out, equal to 99. So use the calculator if you like. So 99 plus 18, it's going to be 117. 117 divide by 26, and you get 9.9 over 2. So 117. So x equal 117 divide by 26. It is a calculator paper. So that is 9 over 2. So this is 4.5. Now you can find the y by substituting. So the first equation 6x means 6 over 9 over 2 minus 2y equal 33. So 2 goes into 3. This is 27 minus 33 equal to y. So this is 33 minus 27 is minus 6 equal to y. So y equal minus 3. So the answer for this question, x equal 4.5 and y equal minus 3. And that is the answer for the question number 23. Topic number 14, simultaneous equation with quadratic equation. So solve algebraically the simultaneous equation. You can clearly see one of the equation have the square, which is the quadratic one. So x squared plus y squared equal 25 and y minus 2x equal 5 is the linear equation. From the linear equation, you need to make y as a subject, minus 2x go other side, so 5 plus 2x or 2x plus 5, and substitute y equal 5 plus 2x in the first equation, in the equation number 1. So if I call this as a equation number 1 and this is equation number 2. So in the equation number 1, so x squared plus y squared, you can put 5 plus 2x whole thing squared equal 25. So x squared plus 5 plus 2x, 5 plus 2x equal 25. So x squared plus 5 times 5 is 25, 5 plus 2 is 10x, 2x plus 5 is 10x, 2x times 2x is 4x squared equal 25, right? So 4x squared plus x squared is 5x squared and 20x, and you can see clearly that 25 and 25 become 0, that is equal to 0. So you can factorize 5x out, so x plus 4 equal to 0. So 5x can be 0, x equals 0, x plus 4 can be 0, x equal to minus 4. So the answers, two answers possible for the x equals 0, x equal minus 4, and you can take the linear equation y equal 5 plus 2x. If you put x equals 0, you will get y equal 5, right? So you can get x equals 0, y equal 5 is a pair of answer. Then y equal 5 plus 2x. So y equal 5 plus 2 times minus 4. So 5 plus minus 8. 5 minus 8 is y equal minus 3. So x equal minus 4. Y equal minus 3. So that is the another set of answer. Topic number 15. Gradient of a straight line. The graph gives the information about the volume V liter of the petrol tank of Jim's car after it has traveled a distance d kilometer. So distance traveled, the volume is decreasing. So obviously if you have full of petrol and you keep driving, the fuel is going to be decreasing. So that is the linear representation given by the straight line graph. Find the gradient of the graph. Find the gradient means the slope. So I need to select 2 points. So this is called 300, 0, and this one I can say this is 0, 27, right? Trying to take the points as far distance, a bigger right angle triangle. So we have two coordinates 0, 27 and 300, 0. So the gradient is defined as gradient difference of y means 27 minus 0, difference of x 0 minus 300. So which means 27 over minus 300. So if you divide by 3, 3 goes into 9 and 3 goes into 100. So minus 0.09. So that is the answer. But when you are giving the answer in the gradient should have a unit 0.09. Y unit is volume liters, 0.09 liters per kilometer. So this is the answer for the A part. So the B part, interpret what the gradient of the graph represent. So the gradient is a minus sign. Minus sign means decreasing. So every 1 kilometer travel, the petrol decrease. So petrol in the tank. So petrol in the tank decrease by 0.09 liters. That's it. Right? So every 1 liter of travel, 0.09 liter of petrol decreasing. That is the gradient and the interpretation of the gradient. Topic 16, conversion of time. So let's look at two questions. Work out the difference in minutes between 2 hours 25 minutes and 1.5 hours. So 2 hours plus 25 minutes, if you convert it into minutes only, 1 hour is 60, 2 hours is 120, plus 25, 145 minutes. And 1.5 hours, so 1.5 hours is equal to 60 plus 30, 90 minutes. So the difference, you take away one from the other, so 5 and 5, 55 minutes is the answer for the first question, 26. Question number 27, Natalie drives from London to Sheffield. So she is traveling from London to Sheffield. Natalie leaves London at 9:15. So 9:15 a.m. she leaves here, and she travels for 2 hours and 2.25 hours before stopping for a break. So here she is having a break. So the break lasts for 20 minutes. She already traveled 2.25 hours. So 2.25 hours means 2 hours is 120. Quarter hours means 15. So 120 plus 15, 135. Plus 20. Then what happens? So here 85 minutes you travel to go to Sheffield. So 135 plus 20 plus 85. So you add this one, 240 minutes. So 240 minutes is equal to 4 hours. Right? So 9:15 she started, 9 plus 4 is 13:15. Right? So you're adding 4 hours total time spent. So 13:15 means it's 1:15 p.m. So what time she reached to Sheffield is 1:15 p.m. So that is the answer for the question number 27. Topic number 17, percentage decrease. A new TV is priced at 320. In a sale, it reduced by 45%. Calculate the sale price. So 320 pounds is the original price of the TV, and this is going to be 45% reduction. So that means down. So we called a multiplier. Multiplier means you can say 100 take away 45, which is 100 take away 45 is 55. Then divide by 100. So that gets you multiplier equals 0.55. So all what you want to do is the sale price equal whatever the original price times by the multiplier 0.55. So you press the calculator and get the answers. 320 multiplied by So 320 multiplied by 0.55, and the answer is 176. So 176 pounds is the sale price. Question number 29. Harriet traveled from Bath to Cardiff. Her average speed was 58 miles per hour. 58 miles per hour. There is traffic on the return journey. Her average speed is reduced by 23%. So 23% reduced. So the multiplier 100 take away 23. So 100 take away 23. I'm using a calculator here. So 77. So 0.77 is the multiplier, right? So the average speed is going to be, the return journey average speed is going to be, the original speed is 58 times by the multiplier 0.77. So the answer, I'm using a calculator again. So 58 times by 0.77. So the answer is, it's going to be a decimal answer, 44.66 miles per hour. So trying to understand what is this percentage decrease. Topic 18, depreciation. John bought a new car. Each year, the value of the depreciation is 9%. So the depreciation is 9% is given. Calculate the number of years after which the value of a car was 47% of its original value when new. So let's say original. So original value, say X, right? So after n years, the value they already given, the value is 47% of the original value, 0.47x. So this is the original value x, and after several years the value is dropped to 0.47x. There is a formula you need to remember. Final value is equal to purchase value 1 minus rate over 100 to the power n. So final value is 0.47 equal this x, this is x, 1 minus depreciation percentage 9 over 100 times n. So this x and x cancel. So I'm going to get 0.47 equal, this is going to be 100, 1 minus 9 upon 1 is 90, 0.91 to the power n, right? So I'm going to bring the calculator here. So roughly I'm going to be do trial and error. So 0.91 to the power, I'm going to say 5, right? 0.62. So that is wrong. So I'm just going to be delete that one. So I'm going to be 3, and that is 0.75. And the price is not going to be 0.47. So I'm going to be changing a couple of bigger value. So 10, 0.91 to the power 10 is 0.38. So we can a little bit of adjust the number to 8, 0.47. Right, roughly 0.47. So after 8 years, the price is going to be, so when n equal 8, the equation becomes valid. Therefore, n equal 8 years. So that is the depreciation. We already had a question about depreciation in the paper 2. So this depreciation may be kind of a different style of the question. Topic 19, reverse percentage. A garage sells cars. It offers a discount of 20% discount. so 20% discount, and Dave pays for the car, so the sale price 20% is the discount, and Dave pays for the car 5,200, and they're asking what would be the original price. So the multiplier, we need to find out the multiplier. 20% down, so 100 take away 20 is 80, divide by 100, 0.8, right? So now if you go in reverse this way, so 5,200 divide by 0.8. That's all you need to do. So take the calculator, and all what you want to do is press the 5,200, 5,200 and divide by 0.8, and that is the answer, 6,500. So the answer, original price is 6,500. This is how to do the reverse percentage. Topic number 20. Write as a ratio 1:n. A bag contains a red counters and blue counters only. Red to blue is 3:4. Write down the fraction of the counters that are red. So the fraction means red counters is 3, total is 7, so that is the answer, 3/7. Write the ratio 12:30 into 1:n. So 12 becomes 1, so basically you are dividing by 12 to get to 1. So 30 also going to be divided, right? So 30 divide by 12, so that is going to be 15/6. I'm going to be 5/2. So that is going to be 5/2 is 2.5. You can either give a decimal answer 2.5 or 5/2. So 1:2.5 is the correct answer for the question number 32. Question number 33, if you read the question, the final sentence they're asking for, work out the ratio of the surface gravity of the Earth to the surface gravity of the Jupiter. Write your answer in the 1:n format. Reason why in the advanced information they mention 1:n is coming, so this could be an equation related question. So for example, we will practice with this question. There are two planets, the gravity is compared, Earth and Jupiter. The formula is G equal 6.67. So I'm going to write the Earth's gravity here is to Jupiter's gravity, right? Earth's gravity, I'm going to write the formula 6.67 times 10 to the power minus 11 times by m. Earth's mass is 5.98 times 10 to the power 24 whole thing squared. 6.67 times 10 to the power minus 11 is the number in front, times by Earth's mass, which is 5.98 times 10 to the power 24 is the mass, over radius of the Earth, which is 6.378 times 10 to the power 6 to the power squared. Ratio is to Jupiter is going to be the same number, 6.67 times 10 to the power minus 11 times by 1.9 times 10 to the power 24 and over 7.149 times 10 to the power 7 whole thing squared. Now when it comes to ratio, you can cut the common numbers. This 6.67 you can cancel. 10 to the power 24, 10 to the power 24 cancel, right? So if this is going to be becomes 1 and ratio is 2, I'm going to be divide 1.9 over 7.149 times 10 to the power 7 whole thing squared, divide by 5.98 over 6.378 times 10 to the power 6 whole thing squared, right? So 1:2. This is the answer. So you have to learn how to press the calculator. That's all about it. Use the fraction sign and do another fraction signs. On the top is 1.9 and at the bottom is bracket 7.149 times 10 to the power 7 bracket close and to the power squared, and you come to the denominator again, fractions of 5.98 bracket start 6.378 times by 10 to the power 6 and bracket close and squared. That's all you need to do. So press the button. So the answer is 2.52 times 10 to the power minus 3. So 2.52 times 10 to the power minus 3. So what it is mean, 1:2, if you write in an ordinary form, 0.00252. So this is the n value and this is 1:n. So we already done that question. So that is the question number 33, topic number 20. Topic number 21, sharing in a ratio. Frank, Mary and Seth shared some sweets in the ratio 4:5:7. Seth got 18 more sweets than the Frank. So if you label that ones F, M and S. So Seth is the last person, get more 18 sweet more than F. So 4 and 7 in comparison. So 4 and 7 means 3 parts, 3 shares, 3 parts equal to 18 sweets. Right? And 1 part is going to be divided by 3, so 6 sweets. 1 part, 6 sweets. Work out the total number of sweets shared. So altogether, so total shares is, you need to add all the 4 plus 5 plus 7. So this is going to be 16. So total sweets is 16 times, each part is 6 sweets. So if you times 96 sweets. That is the question number 34 and topic number 21. Topic 22, direct proportion. Here are some ingredients needed to make 12 shortcakes. So the recipe for the 12 shortcakes is given. Liz makes some shortcakes using 25 milliliter of milk. How many shortcakes does Liz make? Right? So 10 milliliter milk, right? 10 milliliter milk gives the 12 shortbreads. So this is the recipe for, if you want the 12 shortbreads, 10 milliliter is the recipe. So 25 milliliter. So 25 milliliter milk means you can do a easy method, 10 milliliter, you can get 12. Another 10 milliliter, you can get another 12 shortbreads. So another 5 milliliter to make the 25 milliliter. So another 5 milliliter requires 6. So 12 plus 12, 24 plus 6 is 30 short cakes. So that is the easiest way. If you want, you can do this way. So 10 and 25, how to do the 10 to 25? So 10 is going to be divide by 2 and then times by 5. So you do the same operation, divide by 2 times by 5. 12 divided by 2 is 6 times 5 is 30 shortbreads, right? So 30 short cakes, right? So whichever the method you do, the answer for this one is 30 short cakes you can make. Topic number 23, average speed. Andy cycles a distance 30 kilometers, so he's going 30 kilometers. Average speed is given 24 kilometers per hour. That is the speed he's going. He then runs a distance 12 kilometer further. So 12 kilometer further with a different speed 8 kilometer per hour. So this is 24 kilometer per hour. Then he comes to a stop 12 kilometer at 8 kilometer per hour. Work out the total time Andy takes. Gives your answer in hours and minutes, right? So we need to understand, so this is the speed equal distance over time, right? So that is the formula we need to do, and we need to know what is the, let's say this is A, this is B, this is C. We need to find out the time taken for A to B. Time taken for A to B, distance divided by speed. Distance is 30 kilometer divided by 24. So time equal, if you divide by 6, 6 times 5 is 30, 6 times 4. So 5 over 4 h. Here time equal, distance is 12 and speed is equal to 8, right? So divide by 4 times 3, 4 times 2. So time equal 3 over 2 h, right? So total time 5 over 4 plus 3 over 2, and that is 5 plus 6 over 4. So that is going to be 11 over 4 hours. 11 over 4 hours means you can times by 11 over 4 times by 60. That is going to be 11 times 15, and if you get 165 minutes, and they are asking 165 minutes, how many hours and minutes? So 2 hours and 45 minutes. 2 hours and 45 minutes is the correct answer, right? So now in case if they ask for average speed, so average speed between A to C, average speed between A to C, they didn't ask this question, I'm just going to be further explaining. Average speed means total distance and divide by time taken. So total distance is 30 plus 12 is 42 kilometer over total time taken is going to be 11 over 4. You need to put that as a hours. So that is going to be, let's take a calculator. So 42 divided by 11 over 4. So that is going to be 15.27 kilometer per hour. So in case if they ask for average speed between A to C or total journey, total distance divided by time taken is the correct answer. Topic number 24, general iterative process. So iterative process means you need to keep doing the same process, same equation again and again to fine tune the answer. The first part is the different topic. So let's explain the first part. Show that the equation x cubed plus 4x equal 1 has a solution between x equals 0 and x equal 1. So first of all, you need to assign this function as fx equal x cubed plus 4x, bring the 1 to this side is minus 1. Now substitute f equals 0 and that becomes 0 plus 0 and minus 1, that is minus 1. And if you put f equal 1, it's going to be 1 plus 4 minus 1, so that is 4. So this is the negative and this is positive. So negative to positive means There is a sign change. Therefore, there is a sign change. There will be a root between 0 and 1. So that's how to finish the A part. B part, show that the equation can be rearranged to that format. So all what you want to do is x cubed plus 4x equal 1. Keep the 4x equal 1 minus x cubed and divide by 4. So x equal 1 over 4 minus x cubed over 4. That is the B part. Then the C part is the iterative process. Xn plus 1 is 1/4 minus xn cubed over 4. So they are asking the starting value x0 as a 0, and you need to do iterative process twice. So first time we do x1 equal 1/4 minus x0 cubed over 4. So that is going to be, if you put 0 there, 0, so 0.25. And x2 equal 1/4 of minus x1, so x1 cube over 4, so which is 1 over 4 minus 0.25 cube over 4, and the answer is, you can press the calculator to get the answer. So they ask you to do 2 times, so 1/4 means, so I put exactly how I write that, 1/4 and minus 0.25 cube over 4, and that answer is 0.24609. 0.24609. So they didn't ask for to find the solution to 3 decimal or something like that. So you can leave the answer as it is. 2 times we did. The solution is estimated solution is twice we already done, 0.24623 SF. Right? So we can approximate and give the answer. That is the topic number 24. Topic 25, circle theorems. In the circle theorems, we already faced a question in the paper too, but however, sometimes they will ask some proof questions. We will have a look of these 2 questions first. Question number 38. S and T are the points on the circumference of a circle. Center O, PT is a tangent, and SOP is the straight line, and OPT is 32. Work out the size of the angle marked X, and you must give a reason for each stage of your working. So I'm going to be explaining here, making sure you understand this fully. So OTP is 90 degrees, we all know, because tangent and radius is perpendicular. Tangent perpendicular to radius. I'm not going to be writing the steps, I'm explaining so you can understand. So you can say OTP is 90 degrees because of tangent and radius are perpendicular. Tangent perpendicular to the radius. I shorten form, make a note of all reasoning, but you need to be write it a little bit further than this one. So after this one, you can find out 90 plus 32 easily. 90 plus 32 is 222, and you can find out the POT. So POT is equal to 180 minus 122, which is 58. So 58 is the POT. This angle we already found out POT. Then once we find out the POT, we can find out this angle. So 180 take away 58 it is going to be 122 as well. So this is 122. So this is 122 degrees. Now, if you look at the center O, this is an isosceles triangle. So you can say OST triangle is an isosceles, and OS equal to OT. OS equal to OT. Therefore, 180 take away 122, which is 58, divide by 2 gives the x. So that is 29 degrees. But however, you need to write more sentence for this one. You need to show the radius is equal, isosceles triangle, and the x is 29 degrees. Look at the question number 39. Points BDE, F lie on a circle. ABC is the tangents to the circle at B. Find the size of the angle ABD. You must give a reason. So 100 degrees, you can immediately write this one as 80 degrees, right? Because you can say DBF. So DBF is 80 degrees because of opposite angle in cyclic quadrilateral. Opposite angle in cyclic quadrilateral is add up to 180. So you can find that one. Now 80 plus 40, 120, and you can easily find out this 60, right? So therefore reason it out. BFD is going to be 60 degrees, right? Triangles angle, so you need to be right most reasoning out sentence. Now it's the alternate segment theorem. So this angle is what? ABD, it's equal to BFD. That is the key here, is 60 degrees. Alternate segment theorem. Alternate segment theorem. So that's what they're asking. ABD is 60 degrees, right? So make sure you just go through a couple of questions more for the circles theorems proof. Topic number 26, area of a trapezium. So this is in the advanced information. So area of the trapezium is A equal half A plus B times height, or A plus B divided by 2 times height. So half into 28 is the one of the parallel side, plus 12 times by height is 14. So half is going to be cut, the 14 is 7, 28 plus 12 is 40, 40 times 7 is 280 centimeters squared is the trapezium's area, right? Now you can read the question. The center of the semicircle is on the DC. There are 2 half circles there. So half circle plus half circle, full circle. So area of the circle is pi r squared. So 12 divided into 2 is 6, and 6 is the diameter. Half is 3 centimeter is the radius. So pi times 3 squared, which is 9 pi. So you need to find out the shaded area by 280 minus 9 pi. So let me show the calculator calculation. So 280 minus 9 times pi, and that is 251.72. So to the 3 significant figure, 252. So 252 centimeter squared is the correct answer for the question number 40. So that is the end of the topic 26. Topic 27, similar triangles. In similar triangles, you need to find out the scale factor. So if you look at the ABC and PQR, the 12 and 8 are the corresponding sides. So the scale factor SF equal 12 is the bigger side, divide by 8, you will get 1.5. What does that mean? The small triangles, each and every side is going to be times by 1.5 by the scale factor. You will get the PR. If you want the QR, need to be go reverse way. That means divide by the scale factor 1.5. So big to small, divide, small to big, multiply by the scale factor. So calculate the PR length. PR length is 26 times by 1.5, which is 39 centimeter. and calculate the BC. BC is you are coming from the big to small, so 45 divide by 1.5, which is 30 centimeter. So that is how to do the similar triangles. Now question number 42. BE parallel to CD. BE parallel to CD. So if you look at the angle, this angle equal to this angle parallel, this cross angle equal to this cross angle. This tick is the common angle at the top. The small triangle and the big triangles are similar triangles. All the measurements are marked. Calculate the length of the CD. So CD, right? So you need to find out, let's say, the scale factor AC equal 10, AB is 4. So the scale factor 10 divided by 4 is 2.5. So that is the scale factor. So if you want to find out the CD equal 5 times 2.5, that is going to be 12.5 centimeter. So 12.5 centimeter is the CD. Now ED. So instead of finding the ED, we need to find out the AD. So AD equal AE times the scale factor 2.5. So AE is 4.8. You can press the calculator, times 2.5. You will get the answer. Let me quickly find out that for you. 4.8 times 2.5 is 12 centimeter. So 12 centimeter is AD, means you can find out the ED by 12 minus 4.8, which will give the answer is 7.2. 7.2 centimeter is the question number 42's answer. That is the end of the topic 27. 28, Pythagoras theorem. So Pythagoras theorem is going to be coupled with other questions also. In this question, there is a triangle combined with another triangle. Work out the value of x to the 2 decimal place. First of all, we can find the BD, which is BD squared equal, the hypotenuse side is AD squared minus AB squared. So AD squared is 10 squared minus AB squared is 5 squared. 10 squared is 100 minus 25. So this is going to be 75. That is the BD squared. Right? Now I'm going to leave that one. Instead of finding the BD square root, keep it as a BD squared, because I'm going to reuse that BD squared again. BD squared plus CD squared equal to x squared. So BD squared as the 75 plus CD squared 4 squared, it is the x squared. So x is equal to square root of 75 plus 16, and that is going to be 91 is the answer. So if you press the calculator, if you have one, just to use it and see the answer in 2 decimal point is 9.54. So 9.54 centimeter is the answer for the question number 43. Topic number 29, trigonometry. In trigonometry, they already ask a question in cosine rule and sine rule in the paper 2. So this is going to be a straightforward SOHCAHTOA equation, straight line, right angle triangle equation. So we will see a couple of questions. Question number 44 and 45. PQR is a right angle triangle. Work out the size of the angle X. So X is opposite. So this has to be O, opposite. And 90 degrees opposite is the hypotenuse. This has to be H. So O and H means so. So if you write the equation, so ka tova. So O and H is related to sine. So sine x equal opposite is 5, hypotenuse 14. So x equal sine inverse of 5 over 14, and you can find the answer. Shift and the sign, and you will get the answer So sine inverse of 5 divided by 14, and you will get the answer 20.92, but they're asking in one decimal place 20.9 degree Celsius, right? So that is the answer for the question number 44, and I'm going to do the question number 45. So let me show quickly how to do the inverse function. So shift and sine inverse, then 5 divided by 14, and straight away close the bracket, and answer is 20.9. Right? So the next question, RPQ is the triangle. So RPQ and the PQR is the acute angle, and they give everything. So just going to be draw a small triangle. So RPQ, so PQR is the acute angle, right? So it doesn't matter how you draw the triangle. So just to make sure that here they mention PQR is an acute angle. So PQR is an acute angle, and RP is 8.7 centimeter. None of them are 90 degrees. PQ is going to be 5.2 centimeter. An angle PRQ is 32. So I'm going to be mark this other way around, because this as a R, this as a P. So this as a R, this as a P. So that makes PR is still 8.7. PQ is 5.2. This one 5.2 is PQ. Now give me 1 second. PQR is an acute angle, so I need to take off this one out. Right, now read the question carefully again. RP 8.7 centimeter, that is correct. PQ is 5.2, that is correct. PRQ 32 degrees, that is I need to mark here. And assuming that angle PQR is an acute angle, calculate the area of the triangle RPQ. So area of the triangle RPQ means half AB sine theta. That is the equation. In this equation, A and B need to be make the angle theta. So if this is 32, so we need to find out this 5.2. So let's do this one quickly. So sine rule, using of the sine rule. So using sine rule, 5.2 divided by sine 32 and equal to 8.7 divided by sine of theta. So I'm just making this as a acute angle. So cross multiply, so 5.2 sine theta equal 8.7 sine 32, right? So sine theta equal 8.7 sine 32 over 5.2. So theta equal sine inverse of the entire answer. So I will show you the calculator how to do this one. So I'm just going to be using the sine inverse, shift and sine, which is the sine, and press the fraction button. 8.7 times sine 32. So again inside sine 32, close the brackets carefully and come back denominator 5.2. Go to the right hand side, close the brackets and press the button 62.4 to the 3 significant figure. So theta is 62.4, right? So this is 62.4, right? Now this is 62.4 means we can find out the angle P by take away from 180, isn't it? So we can use the calculator again. 180, so 180 minus 32 minus 62.4 gives the 85.6 degrees. So this is 85.6 degrees, right? And that is more than enough. So once you find out 85.6, these are the two sides given. So you can choose, that is A and B. So that area is half times 8.7 times 5.2 times sine 85.6. So that is the answer. So you press the calculator. Half means 0.5 times 8.7 times 5.2 times sine of 85.6, and for the 1 decimal point 22.6. So the area is 22.6 centimeter square, right? That is the answer for the question number 45, and that is the end of the trigonometry. Topic number 30, trigonometry in 3 dimensions. BABCD is a solid pyramid. ABCD is a square of 20 centimeter side, and the angle between any sloping edge and the plane ABCD, mean the base, is 55 degrees. Calculate the surface area of the pyramid for the 2 significant figures, right? So the angle between the base and the sloping side means if I draw a diagonal, right, and if I drop a perpendicular height from the V2 straight away there, so the angle they are referring, this is the 55. You need to understand that this is the 55 and this is 90 degrees. The bottom right angle triangle is this, and this is 20. So easily we can find out the AC squared equal 20 squared plus 20 squared, which is AC equal 400 plus 400, 800. So we can find out what is that answer quickly. Answer is square root of 20 squared plus 20 squared, and the answer is 20 root 2, right? So AC we already find out 20 root 2. So if I put the M as the midpoint, so MC is the half of the AC, half of AC, which is 10 root 2, right? So this is 10 root 2, right? And now we can figure it out. What is the sloping side? We can find out this is X, right? So what we are going to do is we use the trigonometric formula for the triangle. MVC is the right angle triangle. So this 55 adjacent side is there and the hypotenuse side. So cosine 55 degrees adjacent is 10 root 2 over hypotenuse X, right? Cross multiply cos 55 over 1. So X cos 55 equal 10 root 2. Then X equal 10 root 2 over cos 55. 10 times root 2, I'm just going to be showing the calculator, 10 root 2 divide by the answer cos 55 and bracket close, and that is the answer 24.656. So X is going to be 24.656, right? Now if I draw a triangle here, the triangles, this is 24.656 and this is 20, and we can easily find out the perpendicular height because this is 10, right? So we can find out the height there, right? So h squared is equal to square root of whatever the answer I got, answer squared minus 10 squared, that is the square root of the height. So I can take the calculator without erasing that answer. I keep that answer as an answer. So I'm going to be square root answer squared minus 10 squared, which we know 100, and the answer is 22.53. So square root, so this will give h equal 22.5, I said 4, right? Now that is the height. So area of the, I'm going to write here, area of the triangle is half times base is 20, and the height just now we studied, find out 22.54. That is one of the triangle. We have 4 triangles, and we are going to be times it by 4 times the answer to this one. So this is the answer. So whatever the answer, I'm going to be times it by 4 times, because 4 triangle. So surface area means you need to add the 20 times 20 is the area of the square. So the final answer, you need to press the calculator. So whatever the answer is come here, half times, half means 0.5 times 20 times the answer is the 1 triangle's area, times by 4 is the 4 triangles area, plus 400, and this is the bottom square. So 1301 to the 2 significant figure, 1300 centimeter squared is the correct answer. 1300 centimeter square is the correct answer. And we have one more question to do on this trigonometric 3D. Have a look. The diagram shows a triangular prism. The base ABCD of the prism is a square of a side length 15 centimeter. Angle ABE, angle CBE, angle ABE and the CBE are right angles. EAB is the 35 degrees. M is the midpoint of DA. So M is the midpoint of the DA. So this is the M. So this is the M and DA, and DM is to MA is 2:3. Calculate the angle between EM, so E to M, and the base. So the base is the bottom base, this one, right? So we are going to be marked this one. DM is 2, M is to 3, 2:3. So 15 divided by, so I'm just going to do some ratio. 15 divided by 5 parts, which is 3. 3 times 2 is 6 centimeter this. And this is going to be 3 times 3 is 9 centimeter. Right? So 9 is to 6. So 9 cm is this A to M. So we already found out AM is 9 centimeter. Right? And again, this is a right angle triangle at the bottom, right? We can find out the BM squared equal BA squared plus AM squared. So BA squared is 15 squared plus AM squared is 9 squared. So we can find out the BM as a square root of 225 plus 81. So that is the BM. After you find out the BM, so I press the calculator to get the answer for that. So square root of 225 plus 81, and the answer is 17.49. So 17.49 is the correct answer for the BM. Now what we are going to do, we can find out the BE, right? BE, let's say that is question mark. So in the triangle ABE, you can say tan 35 equal BE over 15, because opposite over adjacent. So tan 35 over 1 cross multiply, so BE equal 15 tan 35. So that answer also we can find out quickly. So 15 times tan 35, and that is 10.5. So BE is 10.5. Now the angle in the question is, this is the angle they are asking, right? So angle EM, so basically again tan theta, we can do tan theta equal BE divide by BE divided by BM, right? BE is 10.5 and BM is 17.49. Theta equal tan inverse 10.5 over 17.49. So that is, you can press the inverse function of tan inverse of 10.5 divided by 17.49, and the answer I got 30.97. For one decimal place it is going to be 31.0. so that is the answer for the question number 47. That's the end of the trigonometric 3D questions. Topic number 31, column vectors. A vector is given 3, 4 and B vector is given 5, minus 2. Find 2A minus 3B. So as same as the algebra, so you can write as a 2 column vector 3, 4 minus 3 column vector B is 5 minus 2. So you can multiply a vector by a constant number. So 2 times 3 is 6, 2 times 4 is 8. So that is a column vector. Then minus 3 times 5 is 15. 3 times minus 2 is minus 6. Then you can take away and write as a one single column vector. 6 minus 15 is minus 9. And 8 minus 6, 2 minuses becomes plus. So 8 plus 6 is 14. So minus 9, 14 is the answer for the question. Topic 32, dependent combined. Question number 49. There are 5 red pens, 3 blue pens and 2 green pens in a box. Gary takes at random a pen from the box and gives the pen to his friend. Gary then takes at random another pen from the box. Work out the probability that both pens are the same color. So this is called dependent combined events. Why? Because one pen is taken and never put it back into the box again. So the second times when you take a pen, that is totally depend on how many pens left inside the box, in the box. That is how the things works here. First write the probability with the first sector of the tree. The first sector indicates the 5 red pens. So this is red and this is going to be the blue and this is going to be the green, right? So 5 red pens, so 5 over 5 plus 3 plus 2 is 10 and 3 blue pens, 3 over 10 and 2 over 10. So this is the first pen he has taken from the box and give it to his friend. Second times he is taking, right? It could be red, it could be blue, it could be green. So red, blue and green. Now the problem is actually, so when you are taking a one red, before there was a one of the red is taken off. So 5 take away 1 is 4 and the total number of pens left inside the box for the second selection, it's from 9. That is very important, right? And next time when you take in the B, blue is, the 3 blues are going to be in the box and out of 9, and when green is 2 over 9. And likewise you can draw all the, so red, blue, green and red, blue, green. So this is red, blue, green. Now if you read the question, find out the probability both pens are the same color. Both pens are same color means this could be the probability of R, R could be an answer. R, R is 5 over 10 times 4 over 9. It is 20 over 90. and blue comma blue, so probability of blue comma blue, it is going to be 3 over 10 times by 2 over 9, and it's going to be 6 over 90. And green and green, so probability of G and G, which is green, is 2 over 10, and second times one of the green gone, so 1 over 9, so that is going to be 2 over 90. So if you add all this one, so 20 plus 6 plus 2, 28 over 90, or if you simplify that one, so 14 over 45 is the correct answer, right? So you can sketch a tree diagram to make sure you understand the logic, but you're more than happy to write like probability of RR, probability of BB, probability of GG. And that is the answer for the first question. We are going to do another question in the dependent combined event. It's a small spelling mistake there, right? So there are n counters in a bag. 8 of the counters are red, the rest are blue. So total is n, and red is going to be 8, and the blue, it's going to be remaining, so n minus 8. Now Adam takes a counter from the bag at the random but does not replace it. So this is a dependent event. So dependent means one marble is taken and never put it back. So the remaining second activity is going to be totally depend on how many left over in the second in the box or in the bag. He then takes another counter from the bag. The probability of Adam takes 2 blue counters. 2 blue counters mean probability of blue, another blue, which is first time blue means you need to find out how many blues are there. N minus 8 blues are there. Total is n. Times by second times blue, 1 is going to be reducing. So the total n is going to be reduced by n minus 1. And the top n minus 8 is going to be reduced by n minus 9. Right? So if I multiply that one, n minus 8 times, I can put this into the brackets. Algebra, so n squared minus 9n minus 8n plus 72 over n squared minus n, which is equal to, they have given 1/5. Cross multiply, so 5n squared minus 9 plus 8 is 17 times 5 is 85n plus 72 times 5 is 360 equal n squared minus n. So this is 4n squared minus 84n plus 360 equals 0. Divide by 4, so n squared minus 21n plus 90 equal 0. So now we need to find out what are the factors can come for 90, what are the two factors gives 21 as a factors. 15 and 6 is 90, both are minus. If I put n minus 15 and n minus 6 equals 0, so n could be 15 or n could be 6. If I take n equals 6 means 6 minus 8, this will be negative. So this is not possible. Not possible. So the answer for the question, so the n has to be 15 is the correct answer. So we have proved the equation. N squared minus 21n plus 90 is correct, and n value is 15. So this is called algebra together with the Venn tree diagram and dependent combined events. Topic 33, frequency polygon. In this topic, they may ask you to draw the frequency polygon, or they will give the frequency polygon and they will ask you to find out any issues or mistakes they made in the frequency polygon. Frequency polygon has to be drawn to the midpoint of the class width with frequency. So let's do the B part first. The table shows 10 to 20, the midpoint is 15. So 15 and 7. So here the frequency going up in two small boxes is 1. So 7 means 5 and another 2, so 4. So 7 means 15 and somewhere here. So I'm just going to be put a first point with a cross. So that is the first point. 25, 13 is the second point. 13, so 11, 12, 13 somewhere here. So that is my second point. 35 to 14. 35, 14 means 10 and 14 means somewhere here, I believe. 2 boxes less. And 45 is 12. 45, 10, 12. And that is the 45. And 55 is 16. 16 is 15 and 16. And 65 to 18. 65 to 18 is 15, 16, 17, 18. So it should be somewhere here. So the frequency polygon, so the midpoint, you need to connect with a straight line starting from the first point until you reach to the last point. You shouldn't be connecting the last point together with the first point. So that is the frequency polygon if they ask you to do. The first part of the question, I skipped this one, so I'm coming back again. Question number 51, the table is given. They're asking find the class interval that contains the median. Median is the middle value, so you need to be at these all numbers and find out what is the total frequency. Already given is 80. Half of 80 is divide by 2 is 40th data. So the 40th data from here, 7 plus 13 is 20. 20 plus 10 is 34. 34, the next jump, 36, 46 up to here. So the class interval contains the data is 40 and h less than 50 is the class interval which contains the data. So that is the frequency polygon and a little bit of median knowledge there. And the next one, histogram. The histogram gives the information about the distances 80 competitors jumped in the long jump competition. The frequency density is given and distance is given, and they are asking calculate the estimate of the mean, right? So now this one, I'm going to put this as a class width and frequency density is given. I am going to be find out the frequency. So this is a kind of a 5-marker question worth for spending some time. So the first class width is starting from 6.4 to 7.2. And the second one is starting from 7.2 to 7.6. And the next one is starting from 7.6 to 8. And the next one is starting from 8 to 8.2. And that is all the 4 class width. Again, frequency density, I'm going to be reading the value 10 and 50 and 160. These are the frequency densities given. Now we need to know what is the frequency density. Frequency density equal frequency divided by class width. So if you want the frequency, what you want to do, frequency density times by class width, right? So now what we are going to do is, I'm just going to be using my calculator, and I'm going to be each and every class width, I'm going to be 7.2, 6.4, we know that's roughly 0.8 times 10, so that is 8. So likewise, I'm going to be fill it up this one. This is 8. And the next one, 7.2 to 7.6 is 0.4. 0.4 times 50 is going to be 20, I believe. Then the next one, this is going to be again 0.4 times 40 is going to be 40. 0.4 times 100 is 40. 8 to 8.2 is 0.2. 0.2 times 60 is 12. So if I know the frequency, I can add them up, right? This is a kind of a estimate answer. 8 plus 20 plus 40 plus 12. So 80. So that is exactly matching with the answer about the question here. Says clearly 80 competitors. Now I'm going to find out X. What is X? Midpoint. 6.4 and 7.2. The midpoint is 6.8. You can add them up, divide by 2. 7.2, 7.4 is the midpoint. This is 7.8 is the midpoint, and this is 8.1 is the midpoint. All what you're going to do is, we are going to find out F times X column. So Fx column, so it is a multiplication of each numbers. So 8 times 6.8. So it is a calculator paper, so I'm going to be doing the calculation quickly. So they might give this question because it's a calculator paper. 54.4. So show all the answers. 7.4 is the X value times by 20, and the answer is 148. And the next one is 7.8 times 40, 312. And the final answer is 8.1 times 12. This is going to be 97.2. So 97.2 is the total Fx. So we can add them up. 312 plus 148 plus 54.4, and the total answer is coming as 611.6. So mean, estimated mean is total Fx divided by total F. So that means 611.6 over 80, and you will get the answer. So let's do the 80 division, and the answer 7.645. 7.645. So that is the end of the histogram topic, and we have one more topic to explain, approximation and percentage error. Question number 53, work out an estimate for the value of this answer. So estimate means you can estimate up to whole number or whatever you like. So I'm going to be estimate, and I'm going to be call this as an approximate answer. So approximate answer is approximate. So approximate answer is 21.75 is roughly 22, right? And plus, and square root of 98, we can say 100, and this one I'm going to be call this as a 0.2. So now 22 plus square root of 10 is 10 over 0.2, right? And that is going to be 32 over 0.2. I'm going to times by 10, times by 10. That approximate answer is my 320 over 2, and I got answer 160 as an approximated value, right? Now the B part of the question, find the percentage error. So percentage error, they might ask this one, percentage error, actual answer, if you press the calculator, actual answer minus approximate answer over actual times by 100. So this is the one you need to first find. So actual answer, I have no idea, we need to press the calculator. So what is the, I'll press quickly, find out the calculator. So actual answer is 21.7575 plus square root of 98.1. The answer is that divide by 0.192, and the answer I got 164.86. So 164.8674, 188, minus approximate is 160 over 164.8674,188. Then all the numbers times by 100 is the percentage error. So I'm just going to be using that take away 160 and whatever the answer, divide by 166.8674,188, and that answer is 2.95 percentage. So 2.95 percentage is the percentage error, right? So that is, you need to times it by 2, so 0.0295, so then times by 100, that is the percentage error, right? I hope you understand the 35 topics. That's the end of the revision for the paper 3. I wish you all the best and good luck in your Monday exam, and stay tuned on the Monday around 2 p.m. we will release the marking scheme for the paper. Thank you. Bye now.